Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We're excited to have Z from Camp Muskoka to just briefly tell you we've been working with Camp Muskoka for many, many years, and it's just an incredible camp run by lovely people, and they always take good care of our people, or our participants. So we're excited to have you with us here, Z. And if you want to just quickly introduce yourself and let us know how many years you've been with Camp Muskoka and what your role is.
Yeah, so I am sorry as I get rid of a notification. Hey, so I am Z. I'm so excited to talk to everybody, talk to you today. I've been with Camp Muskoka just shy of 15 years, which is a wild thing to say out loud every time I say it. I am a part of our director team. I function primarily as the program director throughout the year, but dabble in all director things. And yeah, we've had such a great experience through CCUSA, and we've had some great people who just stayed with us and keep coming back or just stayed. And again, it's such an amazing program, and we've had such a great experience. So I'm always excited at the potential to have new faces join us in a new year.
Awesome. Thank you, Z. That's good.
Yeah.
So everyone tuning in today is going to have an interest in working for you. So I'm just curious for these folks, what do you love about Camp Muskoka? Why are you still there after 15 years?
I'd say, it comes down to it is literally the joy factory, as I call it. Like that's what we do. That is our business every single day, every single program period, every hour. Like you are literally in the process of creating amazing memories, creating joy. And when you've worked in some places and had some experiences, maybe that wasn't the end goal. And being able to do that with young folks and be such an important figure to them, and with like-minded people who just want to have a great memorable experience and really create memories that last a lifetime. That's really what it is. Each and every day I get to watch it happen. We say it's where friendship begins and fun never ends, and it lives up to it. It really does. So camps are great. Obviously I think ours is one of the very best, and I really do get to see that each and every day, the amazing things going on out there.
Oh, that's great. It shows on your face. I believe you. See. Um, well, gosh, so let's transport yourself 6 months ahead, the sunny, warm July. All
Oh,
these participants there at camp. What would you say is the best part about working at camp?
so it's a lot of things. Number one, you never have the same day twice, which I know for some people maybe that's a negative thing, but I think for most of us who are looking for adventure, looking for new experience, that's a positive. The kids that you get to work with are always a little bit different. You really do get to experience a lot of different types of kids coming from a lot of different backgrounds, and a lot of different coworkers from a lot of different backgrounds. That's a big part. So you definitely get a lot of variety. I'd say you make, for our staff, you literally become family with these people, with not just your campers but with your coworkers. You will make some of your best friends, some of the people who you are going to remember and be in touch with for the rest of your life. That's an amazing thing, and you really get to make a difference. Like you're not a number, you are seen, you are a part of the experience. You are absolutely somebody at Camp Muskoka. There's a legacy. When I'm interviewing campers you've worked with that want to be staff, and years later, there will be young people who drop your name and tell me how amazing and things you said and what you did. And it is an impact. So I think that's a very, very special scenario that, you really, really do get to be someone who has that big impact, gets lots of novel experience. You make great friends. And again, you really do matter. Your work does matter here.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think we could talk all day long about the great things about working at camp.
Yeah.
I guess just to flip it to the other side, I'm curious what you think some of the more challenging aspects. Is this a job for everyone, do you think, or do you think it's only?
I'd say it's a couple of things. Number one, it can be so tiring. Like kids will get you some days. We as a camp really do have a focus on trying to take care of our staff and provide great support. We provide things like mental health support. We give our staff lots of breaks and time off. There is sometimes the camp stereotype of you work all day every day until you drop, and we really try not to do that. We want our people to be at their best, and I think investing in their well-being is a huge aspect of that for us. But it is tiring. And, if you have a group of 20 kids that are in your cabin for a week with your cabin team, there may be one or two that really you have a harder time with, or that push your button or wear you out. And it can be the same with staff. Your social muscles can get tired. It can get a little grating maybe some days. But again, none of these are terrible things. They're all just very expected and very reasonable. And we train our staff like, hey, here's how to buy a little time for yourself. Here's how to get the right space. Here's what to do when you're feeling that way. And here's how to have really great interstaff communication, because you are living and working very close with a team who you love, but at the same time, that is in itself a bit of a challenge. So, if maybe that social aspect is a little overwhelming to you, maybe that could be a challenging thing. But by and large, just lots of energy and lots of enthusiasm, and that carries you through.
I love it. Hi, George and Chrissy. Well, I guess on that front, can you kind of give a brief overview of the summer then? So that everyone arrives, they do a week of staff training. Is that right? 5 days?
So we get everyone on site. Our program staff, we try to get a little sooner, and then to give them a little advanced training. And again, if you're coming internationally, we try to get you here a touch sooner as well, just because, the whirlwind of you get off a plane and then you're here and we're trying to get you to learn a day later. That's too much. So we try to give you a little bit of time to adjust and get comfortable and settled in. But beyond that, we do a week of training. And then a couple of things that are unique about Camp Muskoka. One, we run very short sessions. So most of our kiddos come in for a week at a time, where we have these little bite-sized sessions. They come in on a Sunday after lunch. They go home the following Saturday after breakfast, and we run 8 sort of 1-week sessions throughout the summer. Some will stay 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but for the most part, yeah, ours is a real whirlwind experience. They get to know you, you have that great week together, and for a lot of them, it is sort of their first time at a camp as well. So, you're with us for 8 of those individual sessions, and you're going to meet 8 different sets of kids, which is kind of a cool thing. You get a lot of new people, a lot of new experiences that way. So that is unique to us, in that we have these short sessions. Our camp is very comfortable. We have like our cabins are air conditioned, and there's all indoor plumbing. Everything's heated. You're not roughing it. We serve a delicious all you can eat buffet 3 times a day with lots of snacks. And a lot of our demographic, as I said, because it's comfortable, and because of the short stays, a lot of our kids are sort of urban kids. They're city kids. They're having a new experience for them, and this is their first time away. So even more exciting, you really do get to be that powerful figure in their life, helping them find new things, helping them find new independence, and introducing them to standing on their own 2 feet a little bit. A lot of that is sort of part of the Camp Muskoka vibe. And yeah, that's the way our summer is laid out. We're also a choice camp. It's a unique way of picking program. We don't pre-schedule our kiddos. We give them 4 activity periods a day, 2 morning and 2 afternoon, and we give them 5 choices per period, and they get to pick. So if they are not passionate about the water, they don't have to go in the water. If they are not passionate about sports, they don't have to play sports. We really want to empower them to get to do things they like and experience things that sound fun to them. And as a staff, for the most part, you're just kind of going with them and taking them to those activities, having fun, playing, getting involved. We're very much a get involved camp. We like to play. We don't like to watch. Watching is painful. So we always say, if you're at arts and crafts, draw something, make a painting, put a craft together. If you're at archery, shoot some arrows. Like, it's okay if you're not a superstar. They love when you can be on their level, and when you go down to the water, splash around with them, have a good time. So you really do get to live your own camp experience, but doing it while making sure they're safe and having a good time. And between periods, you come back together, you connect with the rest of your cabin, you tell everyone of your great adventures, and then you split apart and go to different things again. And then that's the way the days unfold. So we run it that way for our 5 days. And then Saturday morning, my goodness, it's time to send them home. And we do a day off for the staff on the weekends, where they get off site, get to see a little bit of Canada, travel around a bit. I'm sure you'll have friends and plans and all those things set up for day off, but we encourage you to get out there and see a little bit of the countryside as well.
I love it. Yeah, thanks for that overview, Z.
Yeah.
So I guess as you're interviewing people and considering people for the team, what do you look for in a potential staff member?
So a few things. Number one, just people who are have that energy and enthusiasm for working with young people. I don't look for one type of experience. I don't say, unless you've coached, then you're not going to fit, or unless you babysat, or unless you've worked in a school. No, people can come to this world from all sorts of different backgrounds, but an enthusiasm for young people and for wanting to help and wanting to help people build that success. We are truly facilitators of success in our campers and each other. That's a big part of it. So, yeah, and again, that energy, enthusiasm, positivity, and flexibility. Camp is wild. I always say there's very few jobs like it. Period one, you're very carefully making sure kids are being safe at the archery range and supervising and then shooting and that kind of thing. And then period two, you're hiding in a forest in a dinosaur costume, throwing marshmallows at them. And, someone who's going to go, hey, I want to try all of it. I want to have fun with a lot of it and not just sort of stay in their shell. And again, people who are interested in making friends, meeting new people, because you're going to make a lot of friends and meet a lot of new people. And I think those are really at the core of it, of what we're looking for. We always say we want you to be a hero to the campers' parents and to the campers, as in we want them to go home saying, like, I had the greatest time of my life. And that's how you are a hero to a parent, not just to wow them, but for them to go home and feel amazing and excited.
I love the way you say coming out of your shell. It really is what camp does to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think most young people are probably, if they saw themselves at week 7, what they were up and doing, they'd be shocked that.
Yeah. There really is, from a Monday to a Friday around here. You're like, there's different human beings. It's incredible. Yeah. It happens quick.
Well, nice. Well, we're super excited to be. So we're doing a virtual hiring fair with you in a couple of weeks, or February 7th and 8th. And I know you've had a surge of early applicants, which really says a lot about you guys, that so many people want to work
Amazing.
with you.
Yeah.
And so can you tell us just a little bit about what positions you still have open?
Yeah, so we're looking for some high rope staff, which is new. That's one that we're sort of looking at now. We're looking for rock climbing staff as well. High ropes and rock climbing are a couple that we're looking for in particular, as well as a fishing head and a paintball head. A couple of specialty programs. Beyond that, we have filled most of our female staff spots. We for whatever reason, we've had a lot more female than male applicants so far already this year. We are a co-ed camp, but that seems to be where we've had a lot of interest. So on the counselor side, we're primarily looking for male counselors, and again, interested in working with all ages. Of course, if you had lifeguard qualifications, that's all the better and all the easier. But we're even doing a little on-site training this year to help our people get there, that we'll talk more about as we get a little further down the line. But yeah, that's primarily what we're looking for right now: male counseling staff and those few specialty positions.
Nice. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I just pulled up your list too. Are you still looking for horseback
Oh yes,
riding?
one horse staff as well. That's right. Yeah, we found one and we're looking for one more. Absolutely.
And paintball head, I think, was another one.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Cool.
Yeah.
We're also going to email those out to you. So we'll get it out on paper too. Um,
Amazing.
all right. Well, so if you're on this call or if you're watching the video and you want to sign up for an interview, what you just need to do is finish your CCUSA application and contact your local office and say, hey, I saw the video with Muskoka and I would love to book an interview, and we'll put you in for one on February 7th or 8th. Excuse me, and that's Northern Hemisphere time. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand, that'll actually be February 8th and 9th. So we've got some people on the call here. So if I don't want to hog all the question and answer time, so we'd love to open it up to you participants that are here. You can either type it in the chat and I'll read it out for you, or you're welcome to turn your video on and ask yourself. We'd love to see you. Does anyone have a question for Z or me? Don't be shy. There's never a bad question too. but it's okay if you don't have any questions.
You
We'll
can you can ask them all in an interview. We'll have a great chat.
um, I guess. Oh, one thing you were saying. So, the schedule, campers, do they always come on Sunday then? Is that the drop
So
off?
typically, yeah. So typically, again, unless there's strange circumstances, somebody had something come up, they typically all come in on a Sunday afternoon, and we stagger our incoming. So we don't have all 350 families showing up at the same time. Our
Yeah.
camp capacity, we have about 350 kids on site, and with that, we have just shy of 200 staff. So it's a big team. It's not just you and 30 or 40 wild kiddos running around. You have lots of help and lots of
Yeah.
support, but yeah, we stagger it for different age groups arriving at different times, and yeah, they all come in on a Sunday afternoon, and that's sort of our get to know you day, our play day, and icebreaker day, and getting comfortable together, and then we get into our choice model starting on Monday. And then on Saturday, as I said, after breakfast is usually the sad time where we pack up and get everyone together to go. Who knows? Some weeks might be a great time. You might be ready for a
Yeah.
particular group to be on their way, ready for some different kiddos. But yeah, typically it's a very sad one to say goodbye to all of the great folks you met this week, and be ready to do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah. So does that mean that everybody gets the same day off every week too?
We do our best. So we have a handful of stayovers some weeks, and we usually just rotate that responsibility. Maybe there's one weekend over the entire summer we'll ask you to stay back, but depending on how many we have, we try to handle it with as few staff as we can, and we have special events on those days to make sure that everyone has fun, and we usually do it all together as one big camp group on those days. But yeah, our goal is to get everyone off together as much as we can.
Yeah, that does make you special. I'd say most camps kind of days off are all over the place, and you rarely get to have the same day off with your friends.
We've done it that way in different years, and
Mhm.
honestly, we found it worked great for us and not so great for our staff. So we try to do our best to have them be able to spend that time together.
Yeah. Well, tell me
Yeah.
a little bit about, because it's Bracebridge that's your nearest town, right? Well,
Yeah.
I love Bracebridge,
So,
but
oh, me too. I have an unreasonable love of Bracebridge. Yeah, I'm not from here originally, but I've been here 15 years and I adore it. It is what you would draw if you said draw a small town, small country town, Canada. Beautiful area. There's probably 3 dozen lakes within 5 kilometers of me here. There's lots of beautiful spots. It's a town of about, I think in the summer it goes up to about 15,000. So not a big town, but it is a real cottage country, as we say in Canada town. And yeah, it has all the amenities you need. Everything is there, and there are restaurants, there's shopping, there's lots of fun. There's a beautiful downtown. You have access to everything, but it is in that beautiful sort of cottage country look. And again, it is perfect small town in Muskoka. I am very biased, but I truly do think it's one of the most beautiful areas in the world. With the if you like the idea of the beautiful rock cuts and rolling rocky hills and mountains and water everywhere, and beautiful forest everywhere, it's pretty tough to beat. And lakes and rivers everywhere you turn around. It really is a gorgeous part of the world to be.
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, gosh, I know you're a busy man. Oh, are there, if Jude came through, are there
Yeah,
activities in the
great
evening?
question. So we do programs. Oh, is that a friend that you have there, Robert? Sorry, I'm easily distracted. Oh, look at that beautiful kitty. Um, so we do have things in the evening. So after dinner, we try to do so because we have so much choice and freedom during the day. We send them in different directions. We do our best to have a cabin focused activity after dinner, and we do all the traditional stuff. We would do a cookout one night as a cabin together with your group, and a talent show a different night. There's a dance on a different night. There's a camp wide game on a different night. So we have lots. We pre-schedule our evenings. That's the only time of the week where we dictate what the kiddos are doing. And again, that we make sure they get some bonding time, some cabin time, and we do some real fun traditional cabin stuff in there. It's awesome. That's period 5, we call it, and everybody looks forward to those period 5s in the evening.
Yeah, that really is one of the best times of day at camp. Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Good question, Jude. Thanks for popping in there.
awesome.
And we got just a couple more seconds. This is your last chance. We'll do a countdown. So speak now, or you can always ask later. But
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you, Drew or Z.
Yes.
It's good to
Old
see.
habits. Yeah, yeah, totally.
Uh, but gosh, we'll be in touch and we'll see you February 7th and 8th.
Looking forward to it. And again, it's an amazing program and an amazing spot. And we've had so many great folks join us from CCUSA. So I'm very excited and enthusiastic to meet lots more future staff.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.